Hello everyone, it's Jean from the Inky Studio. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a project, a fun little project, and I have included some free digitals to do this with. It's a little nautical ocean themed tin, altered tin. And I'm going to give you all the instructions on how to use the digitals. And like I say, visit my Ko-Fi shop, and the link is down below to get the digitals that go with this. But even if you don't do this particular design, maybe you can learn a few things about easily altering the tin. Now, I recorded the whole instructions, but the sound did not come through. So I've had to voice over. So maybe the hand gestures don't quite always fit the voice, but you'll be able to understand, and it'll be plain to you how I've done this. One thing that two things I forgot to say, and that is I printed the digitals all on cardstock, because if you're using a real Altoid tin, there's going to be raised letters. So the cardstock will help not have the letters show quite as plainly. And also what I did was I very lightly sprayed the tin with a white spray paint. And you don't have to use that. You can use another color if you would like. But you have to be very careful that this area here and the inside of the lip here, you don't want to overpaint those areas because it'll make the closing more difficult for you. So one light coat, and if you want a heavier coat, then I would recommend taping off that area and then spraying over it. So that is just one little thing that I think I forgot to mention. And so let's get started. On the 3 pages that you'll download, you'll notice that there's 3 strips, 1, 2, and 3. These are the journal part of your project. And down here I have a couple strips to decorate the tin with, and these 4 images here are for the inside and outside of the 2 covers. And then I have a background page to print on the back of this, because this will show on the back of the journal. So you'll need a tin, and now I have an Amazon tin that I bought, an inexpensive one. It works fine. However, the Altoid tin probably is a better quality. You'll need some kind of glue. I have Mod Podge, but a white glue would do well. And you'll need a stylus pen to burn it to make creases in your journal. And I recommend a clear matte, it doesn't have to be this particular brand, but some kind of a poly spray that will be like a protective over the images. And an ink, a permanent ink that's waterproof. I use archival ink, but there's other brands, but something that's permanent, not the distress inks from Holtz, because those are water soluble. And of course a dauber for your ink pad. As a substitute though, you can use acrylic paint and a sponge, any kind of a sponge. This is a sea sponge, but you can use an inexpensive sponge. So what we'll do is we'll cut out the journal pieces first, but it's very important that you leave the white on the end of each of these journals. So you don't want to cut close to the image here. You can cut close to the bottom, but on the sides you'll want to leave that. Now these images, of course, are for the inside and outside, and you'll need to decide, what you want to put on the outside. I have down here some trim that you'll be putting around the Altoid tin, but if you have washi tape that matches, that would work great too. So to cut out these particular images here for the covers, I first just cut out a square, and I don't pay attention to the rounded corners quite yet, because each little tin will probably have a little bit of a size difference. And so you don't want the image to be hanging over the tin, of course. And I'm going to leave just a little bit of a border all the way around so I can see just a little bit. And it's hard to pick that up, but the image is going to be just a wee bit smaller than the tin itself. And then for this, I'm going to start by taking off just a little tiny sliver. And if I have to do more, I'll do more later. But that really does fit the top of this. And then after I've sized it, I will then get a rounder to round out the edges. Now it doesn't have to be this particular brand, but any kind of a rounder. And then you can, see that it's just inside there a little bit. And you'll need to do that for, the all the sides of the covers, the four sides, the insides and the outsides of each cover. And they'll probably be pretty close to the same. Like this is going to be the same for the insides as well as the outside. Now I spray painted mine white, a real light coat. You don't want to put too much of a buildup around these areas I'm showing you here. That should only have a slight layer of paint on it. The other parts you can paint, but that needs to be kind of free so that it closes easily. Tin, I have these strips here to put down, but if you have 1/2 inch wide washi tape, that probably would work better. I just provide these in case you don't have any. And then I'm going to age up the edges. Now you can use paint for this. You put a little paint and then add just a few drops of water to kind of make it a little thinner, and then take your sponge and just do what I'm going to do with the ink. You can do it that way, but I'm going to be using the permanent ink here, and I'm just going to go all the way around all of these edges. Now if you don't have any white spray paint, or a spray paint, colored spray paint that you want to use, I would recommend spraying the tin with the acrylic spray, the clear acrylic spray, because it will help your ink and paint to adhere better to the metal. So I would recommend doing that. Otherwise you can sand the tin a bit to help it, accept the ink. And of course if you have an Altoid tin, it's going to be colored, so you will probably have to put a little bit of a colored spray on it. So you can also use a brush and acrylic paint to do this area in here that I'm doing. So it is, I'm just kind of putting some color inside this cover area. You could paint it, but I'm just doing it with ink. And yeah, you can do pretty much anything you want to the tin. You just have to be careful of that area I told you where it meets to close. You don't want to build that up too much because it may be difficult to close it. And so I'm just going to go around, and now I'm not doing the inside. You can. I'm just not feeling that I need to do the inside, but you can. So this kind of ages up the tin a little bit. Now we're going to go and put on our images. I'm putting down the strip, and even if you're using washi tape, you definitely are going to want to glue it down. So I just have a little bit in my dish there, the Mod Podge, and I'm just gluing it down. You don't want, whatever you put down here, you don't want it to go any further up. You don't want it to go past the hinges here. See the hinge area and the lip area there, and I'm sorry I got out of screen here, but you don't want it to go higher than the lid or the hinges of the tin, or it won't close right. That's the only thing you have to watch out for. And so yeah, I'm just using the printout that I have in here, and it won't wrap quite all the way around, sadly. Not enough room on the paper. You could also use alcohol inks to discolor your tin and that type of thing. Like I said, I think the Altoid tins are a little bit better quality, and so they probably have a better closing mechanism. These are just inexpensive ones, and I feel like they're super tight for the closure anyways. So putting too much paint in those areas did make a difference. So I'm just having to cut a little tiny bit out to meet that place where it didn't quite was enough. And now we're just simply going to put on our images, and it's just a easy process. You have to choose which one you want to be the cover. It can be any of these, of course. And just putting a generous amount on to the tin. Now I am not going to put glue over the image because I have an inkjet printer and it will run. So I'm just going to carefully lay that down. And like I say, to seal it in the end, I'm going to be using the acrylic spray. But if you have a laser printer, you can go over it with the Mod Podge or whatever medium you're using. Now what I didn't do with the cover, I'm going to do with this on the back. I think it's really the most important place is the edges. I really want to make sure the edges are very well adhered, because if it's going to lift up, of course that's where it's going to start. So here I am brushing the edges with the glue in addition to everything else I've done. And then you can see the little bit of inking and the edging I have around it, kind of giving it a little bit of a frame. And I'm going to do the insides the same way. And you can decide what image you want to see when you open it up. Now the one piece that definitely goes in the back is the one that has the background on both sides, because the one on the right side is going to be covered up with the journal, so you're not going to see too much of that area at all. So that's why this one is meant for the right side, or wherever you're going to be putting the journal at. That's where you put this background image at. I think I forgot to point out that I inked around the edges of the images first, and I did use distress ink, and I inked around them on the outside, so it kind of blends in with what inking I've done so far. Okay, so all the covers are done here in the outside. Now we're going to work on the journal portion of it. If you have a scoreboard, that is really handy, but if you don't, you can use your stylus pen and a ruler. You may have to go over the scoring area 2 or 3 times and press down firmly, but you should be able to get a nice little fold going in there, and you'll want to do in between all the pictures all the way across. And you want to include the place where the white has been left on. And then I just gently fold them. I'm not burnishing them yet. I'm just making sure that the fold is there pretty good. You're going to do all 3 strips that way, or maybe you only want 2 strips for the journal. Whatever it is, you're going to finish them out. Then you're going to decide what do you want to see when you open up your journal. And I chose the mermaid one. And now on the first part of the journal, we're cutting them off, the white strips off on both sides. Then we're taking that and we're going to glue it over the white strip of the second one that we want. So the first strip is gluing over the white portion of the second strip, and I'm making sure it's burnishing it down there well. And then I am going to take the third one. I'm going to cut off the white section, and I'm going to glue that over the white part there. And then I've got them all connected. Then after that, I'm going to do the accordion fold, Probably should have let it dry a little bit more than I did, but that's what I'm doing. And the very last white section there, we're just going to go ahead and snip that off. So you can decide the order you want the little journal to be in. And now we're done having the accordion fold. And you're going to have a little bit of this white strip on the back, and you can either put like washi tape over it, or you can lightly blend it in, however you would like. But there will be a little bit of a white strip there on some of them. Now you'll need, I'm using twine, baker's twine from Hobby Lobby, which I got half off, I think. And you can use a string, whatever tie, ribbon, whatever kind of tie you would like. And we're going to be putting that on the back of our journal, the back page. I'm going to glue it down with just a scrap piece of paper so that the string will stay secure behind it. You're not going to see it, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to tie it closed. Now this is the little journal. And we're just going to take this and we're going to glue the back of it right into the bottom of the tin. And this is why that's not a picture down there, because if the inside of the tin were a picture, you'd cover it up pretty much. So that's why I kind of have it blend in. And there you be. You have a little journal inside your tin. So when you finished your project, you'll want to take your acrylic spray and spray over the outside of the images there, just to kind of give them some protection. And actually the spray will make the image pop a little bit, even be a little bit more intense. But that'll help to preserve it a little bit better. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial and you got a few tips and inspiration from all of that. One last word is, if you have some difficulty, if it's not closing as smoothly as you like, you can take some candle wax and just go over the top portion of this tin here and inside the lip inside there, and that should make it be a little bit easier to open and close. So there you have it. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. That really does help me out so much. And enjoy your little journal.